Hey everybody, Sheila Magalhaes here, Heartsong Yoga Center, East Longmeadow, Mass. Coming to you from our great room and offering a gentle, flowing, sweet yoga practice to help you to rest in the present moment, to calm and quiet your nervous system, to strengthen the body and bring vitality, flexibility, and balance. So please will you join me by coming to take what I call a comfortable seat. And I will retire back to my mat. And sitting cross-legged is a very traditional way to begin a practice. You can prop up on a cushion or a couple folded blankets if you feel like it will help you to sit tall. Let your hands rest somewhere in your lap or on your knees. And let your eyes close for a moment. Drawing your attention inward. Slowly, breath by breath, letting go of the demands of the day, letting go of your list of things to do and places to be, breathing into this safe and sacred space that you've created for yourself, wherever you are. Let your sitting bones root down into the earth. While you press up through the crown of your head and lengthen your spine, creating beautiful posture and the foundation for the practice. To be present, to pay attention on purpose, and to connect breath with movement. Draw your hands together at the heart space. Feel the warmth between your hands, the heartbeat under your thumbs. And see if you can bring up sense of gratitude. Beginning your practice with a feeling of fullness and abundance, and that all is well. And then if there's someone in your life you would like to share a peaceful practice with, sending someone some well wishes, or considering a place on the planet, just so that you have the chance to share some of that abundance, trusting that you have enough to share. Take a big breath in. When you exhale, let your hands fall down towards your lap. Drop your head down so your chin rests in the hollow of your throat. And just begin to feel that very soft stretch down the length of the spine. We hold a tremendous amount of tension in the shoulders and upper back and neck. So these movements can help you to release some of that tension. Lift up your gaze. Look over your right shoulder. Simple. Keep the shoulders level, the collarbones wide. Hug the belly in slightly for some core stability. We call it a flying up lock. Turn your gaze and look over your left shoulder. And notice the breath, if it is short or shallow. Can you keep it moving freely and deep and sweet? Bring your head forward, tuck your chin down, lace your fingers behind the back of your head, and take a forward bend, curling and curving, and the elbows draw in. Keep your fingers laced and lift your head up. Lifting up, dropping your head back, pressing those elbows back, and shining the heart towards the sky. Look forward and stretch your arms up alongside your ears so you're super, super long and tall. And turn the palms out and exhale, let your hands float down. Touch. Lean into the right hand, lift the left arm over. Push off that hand, inhale, lean into the left, and reach across and over. Bring the arms to T and sweep your left hand to your right knee for a twist. Look over your right shoulder. Come around, taking your right hand across and over. Look over your left shoulder. Come back to center and bring your hands sort of behind you and unwind your legs and put your feet flat on the ground. Drop both knees to the right. And look over your left shoulder. Enjoying the twist. Bring both knees to the left. And look over your right shoulder. Bring those knees across and over. Pick up your left hand and point it to the ceiling. and look up. And bring your hand down and bring your knees across and pick up your right hand and stretch and look up. Bring yourself back to sit and take the soles of your feet together. Grab your toes. Scoot the hips a little closer to your heels. Keep it simple. Sit up tall. Easy breathing. In and out through the nose is a very classic way to breathe with the occasional sigh or sound. A yawn, whatever escapes. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, fold in. Keep your spine long. Look way out past the ends, tips of the toes, and out towards the center of the room. Pressing the elbows gently towards the inner thighs. Not struggling, pushing, no force, ever, never. No competition, no judgment. Just gentle movement and observing the thoughts, not getting carried away. Inhale up. As you do, take your knees and pull them together. Wrap your arms around your knees and give yourself a big squeeze. Tuck your chin. Big squeeze, big hug. Once again, moving into that quiet, dark, and kind of velvety space that is the present moment here, right now, just this. On an inhale, lift your gaze. Bring your hands back behind you. Separate your feet. Take a lift of hips up. Look at your belly, your ribs, your heart, and then look up towards the ceiling. The head might even tip back a bit, a reverse tabletop. Then come down. Come onto your hands and knees. Flip the whole thing over. When you get on your hands and knees, spread your fingers wide. Knees are about hip-width apart. Curl your toes under. Look at your knees and lift them off the ground. And as you lift up, stretching out your hamstrings, start to straighten one leg and then the other, bend into the opposite knee and get a good long line of the hamstring, the calves, the ankles, Achilles. That mobility, pliability in the feet. Look at your feet. Are they about hip-width apart? Are they parallel? Press both hips, but your hips away from your shoulders. Press your hips back as your heels, both heels, sink down. Come up onto your toes and slowly come down onto your knees. Bring the big toes together, take the knees a little wide and drop down into Garbhasana, child's pose. Heads resting on your hands, or you might rest your head right down on the ground. Coming into a posture that's just allowing you to settle in. It takes a while to disentangle yourself from the demands of the day. And it takes a while sometimes to have those thoughts that are streaming through your mind's eye start to slow down a bit. Appreciate the journey so that you really enjoy the practice and not think you have to get somewhere or make something happen. Very sweet, very simple, breath and movement. Come to table position on your hands and knees in the classic cat dog curls. Lift the tailbone, look up. This is your dog stretch. And round your spine and tuck your chin. It's a cat curl. Angry Halloween cat. Press up between your shoulder blades. Inhale. Lift your tail, lift your gaze, dipping. Opening the throat, the chest. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin. Back to a neutral spine. Look over your right shoulder and squeeze it down. Classic side squeeze. Turning the spine into a C curve. And then the other side. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Come back to center and stretch your right leg straight back behind you. Keep the toes dialed down and the heel lifted and press back. Take the left hand out in front, palm in, thumb up, and see if you can balance here in a flying cat. And if that's a lot, put your hand down, put your toes down, right? Just breathe. Once again, feel the core, the center of the body engaged. Put your hand down, put your knee down, and switch to the other side. There goes the left leg. Oh, maybe a little different than the other side. Bring the right arm out, palm in, thumb up, hold. Stare at one spot for stability like you have a kickstand to keep you balanced. bring your hand down, bring your knee down, and take a puppy dog stretch. So your hands walk forward, the hips go high, and the brows towards the earth once again. And just get still and quiet for a few moments, listening to the rhythmic sound of the breath. Let that be your focal point for attention. And then come back up. Step your right foot up between your hands. Put your hands on that knee and draw your shoulders back, standing up from the waist up. Like mountain pose, your hands come to the heart, fingers laced, and slide your arms up. Separate the hands to a wide V and tip your head back. Look up. Find one spot on the ceiling, set your gaze there. Unwavering attention. Quieting the sense organs, so essential to do this regularly for your own peace of mind. Let your hands come down, touch alongside the front foot, keep your left hand down, spin the right arm up, it's a twist. Rolling open just to the best of your ability. If you have a kind of a spot where your shoulder gets stuck or feels tight or it's not quite as open and free, don't judge it. Just whatever it is, and smile and breathe, explore with curiosity. Bring your hand down. Take that right foot back again. Whoa. Look over your left shoulder and then cross the foot over so that you put the ball of the foot on the floor and keep squeezing, looking over the left shoulder. Lift the chin a little bit. Press back through the heel in a deeper side stretch, and then slide your right leg back, up behind you again. Bring your knee down. Curl your toes under. Down dog. Lift up. Hang low with the head. Chin tucks in a little bit. Squeeze your quads. If the hamstrings are super tight, you can bend your knees a bit. It's like your body will tell you that. It'll say, oh, I just need to do that. Listen to your intuition. And then bring those knees down. Step your left foot up between your hands. And put your hands on that left knee and up mountain from the waistline, up to the crown. Hands to the heart. Lace your fingers to steeple and slide up. Open the hands to a wide V, tip your head back, stretch out through your fingers like every cell of your body is paying attention to your practice. It's like saying yes to yourself, to your strength, for your balance, your vitality, your attention to self-care and self-observation without judgment, all of those good things. Hands down, touch. Right hand down, left arm turns, twist. What do you notice? Where do you feel it? I could tell you what's happening with me, but it might not be exactly what's happening with you. So honor your experience. The most wonderful thing to acknowledge and honor your experience. What's happening now? Bring your hand down, touch. That left foot slides back, reaching back. And then look over your right shoulder and cross the foot over and put the ball of the foot on the floor and the heels up, and you can squeeze your quad and look over the shoulder. Are you breathing evenly? In and out through the nose. Bring your leg back behind you. This time, take your left knee, curl in and tuck your nose towards your knee, and then press back and look forward. Do it again. Inhale, curl in, squeeze and tuck. Exhale, back. So there's a little more movement here. Inhale, breathing in, exhaling. Take it back and hold. Put your knee down. And the right knee comes in. Tuck it in and then squeeze it back. Inhaling, bring it in, curling, tucking, strong belly. Exhale, take it back. One more time, a big squeeze, tuck in belly, take it back, feel the glutes. And then bring your knee down. Curl your toes under, lift the hips up high. And this time, start to walk up. Walk up, walk your hands in, walk your feet in, fold forward, ragdoll. Or you can put your elbows on your knees. If you're hanging down in ragdoll, you could grab one elbow with each hand, sway a bit from side to side, or drag your fingertips to the floor. If you don't touch the floor, it's okay. Right? We're just moving in these directions, moving towards this pliability, this flexibility. And then the elbows, everyone, rest them just on your knees. Clasp your hands together. Lift your head, lift your heart. Put one hand above each knee and start to walk your hands up the fronts of your legs, stacking the vertebrae, stacking. Roll your shoulders up, back, and slide them down. Shake out your hands a bit, shake out your feet a bit. Your little yoga dance. Look at your feet so that they're parallel, hip width apart, so that the ankles are underneath the hip bones, not the sides of your hips, but your hip bones. And then as you stand, rock a little bit from the ball of the foot to the heel so you can feel your quads engaged, the knees lift without locking. There's a natural drawing in of the abdomen and a rising up of the heart. Draw your hands together at the heart. Feel your feet, really feel them. When do you get to really notice the surface under your feet? Only when it's something significant like, wet grass or soft sand or a gravel driveway or something sharp that you've just stepped on. Then you notice. Anchor your feet to the earth, lace your fingers to steeple, slide your thumbs past your nose and your brow, stand in mountain. Relax the shoulders. Draw the tail in slightly. Put a little Buddha smile on your face, enjoying this opportunity to inhabit your physical body, to observe your mental state, to quiet the mind. Lean to the right. Ardha Chandrasana, that's half moon, the Sanskrit names of our yoga poses. Remind us of the ancient roots of practice spanning centuries. Ardha means half, Chandra is moon. Asana means take a comfortable seat or be comfortable in your posture. Inhale up, exhale to the other side. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. If you draw your belly in slightly, you'll feel that little bit of an engagement, a little bit of support up to center. Open the arms wide. Turn your palms down. Turn your thumbs down. Reach your hands behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Separate your feet so they're fairly wide. Turn your toes in a little bit. Inhale, look up. Exhale, float down. Hands may come off your back. Head drops down. Pressing into the inner and outer edges of your feet. If you feel a little bit lightheaded, only come halfway down. If there's pressure behind your eyes, come up a little bit. Find the place where your body says, oh, that's nice. It might be that you keep going down. Hold here, Yoga Mudra, a full body stretch. Inhale, come up, and float your arms to T. Turn your right foot 90 degrees. The left foot angles in, triangle. Lean to the right and then down. Take a hold of something, ankle, shin, right below your knee, not on your knee. Left arm up, and again, it might not go straight up. Ribs belly in, draw the shoulder back slightly. Press the edge of your left foot to the floor. Trikonasana, three-angled posture. Lastly, turn your gaze to look up towards your thumb. If that puts you off balance or your neck doesn't feel comfortable, find neutral. Inhale up. Turn your feet, other side, left foot out, right foot angles in. Lean over to the left and then down as you reach skyward, finding your triangle pose. And hold and look up towards your thumb last. If you see this posture, you'll see all the different triangles that are created through this posture. And remember that triangle is 3 even sides. It implies balance. Come up to center, arms to T, parallel your feet. Bring your hands to your waist. Squeeze in through the belly. Stand up tall like a superhero. Widen the stance a little. Turn your right foot out and the left foot angles in. Bend into your right knee. Reach your arms to T. This is Virabhadrasana, Warrior 2. And then it floats and flies and dances. One posture to the next, side angle, right elbow on the thigh, left arm up. Hold. Just this here. Back to Warrior 2. Look over your right hand. Flip the front palm up, lean back, Exalted Warrior, sometimes called Peaceful Warrior. Right down into side angle again. Put your elbow on your thigh. Lift up the left arm and hold. Yes. Back to Warrior 2, looking over your left hand. Straighten, right hand, straighten your right knee. Go to the other side. Bend into your left knee and look over the left hand. Warrior 2. Arms are balanced, shoulders are down, ribs belly in. Sweet side angle, bringing your elbow to your thigh and lift up, look up. Pressing lightly against the edge of your thigh with your elbow. Foundation is the same. You're back to Warrior 2. Palm comes up, lean back, touch. Exalted Warrior. Hold here. You've been preparing for this. The body's awake, pliable, warm. It's been prepared through your warm-ups. And then back into Warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. Go to the other side. Virabhadrasana, Warrior 2. Side angle. Look up. Back to Warrior 2. Exalted Warrior, lean back. Back to Warrior 2. Other side. Open as you bend into your left knee. Virabhadrasana. Parsvakonasana, side angle. Back up to Vira. And open, Exalted or Peaceful Warrior. Back to Warrior 2. Straighten your leg. Parallel your feet. Bring your hands to your waist. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold over. Expanded leg stretch. Couldn't get the words out. Expanded leg stretch. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. This time the palms are flat on the ground. Bring your thumbs together underneath your heart. And then come up on your fingertips and lengthen so that your spine is level to the ground. Squeeze your thighs. Keep your right hand down. Lift the left arm up and twist. Doesn't matter how far you go. Just enough. Come down, touch. It's always just enough. Lift up. It's our culture and society that says more is better. We're not doing that. The culture, the society says, multitask, you can do it. And you're like, no, thank you. Just one thing, please. Come down, one more time. Reach up, society, culture. This is about fitness. This is about looking good. And the reality is it's about feeling well and being kind to yourself as you are in this moment. Come down. You don't have to fix or change anything. One more time, lift up, and it's so liberating. You don't have to fix it. Just pay attention. If something needs to shift, you'll shift it. Bring your hand down. You will. Inhale, lift your head, your heart. Toes in a little bit. Take your hands to your waist. Inhale, come all the way up. All the way up. Turn your toes out. Reach your arms out. Palms up. Elbows bend. Sit down into goddess. Sit down into goddess. Stand up into five-pointed star. Reach up. Squeeze your thighs. And sit down into goddess. Sit into hips. Stand up. And look up. One more time, inhale, sit down into goddess, shoulders back, fingers awake, alive. Good, and five-pointed star, look up. radiate from the core, from the center, from your bright light out in all directions. Turn your palms down, swim your hands down. Exhale audibly when you arrive back to your superhero position. Hands at the waist, heel toe, your feet towards each other. Step up towards the short end of your mat. Bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes and release, relax everything. Think about softening and melting. And a layer of tension falling away as you drop your hands down, eyes open. Inhale, rise up, reach, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold so we can get down to the ground. Look up, inhaling. Go back to what we call a high plank. It's like a push-up position, and squeeze your thighs and squeeze your belly and drop the hips a little bit. You've got it, so super strong. Keep holding, and squeeze if you need to put your knees down, you can. Hey, let's all put our knees down and slip back into child's pose. Let your head rest on your hands, or take the knees wide and settle in, sink. Big breath in, long sigh out. Then come onto your back. Any way you can, get on your back. Hug your knees to your chest. Take a breath in, and when you exhale, lift your head up and your nose towards your knees, but use your belly muscles to do this squeeze, not struggling or straining with your neck or shoulders. Then put your feet down and your hands down, and the opposite stretch is bridge. I like my fingers somewhere near my knees, near my heels, and the knees hip width apart. Lift your bottom off the floor. And if you like, squeeze the palms together and roll your shoulders towards each other. Imagine that you have like a block between your knees and squeeze them in slightly. Keep your eyes open and your head steady, and that sweet little curve at the back of the neck, honoring the natural curves of the spine. Unwind your hands, unwind your shoulders, and then lay your spine down on the ground and reach your arms to T, and the knees come in and up. Bring your hands behind the backs of your legs and draw the legs in a little bit closer so you feel that wonderful stretch in the hamstrings. You've loosened and lengthened those hamstrings, which helps to give you more comfort in your back. Everything's related. It's all interrelated, of course. Bend your knees, arms to T. Inhale, exhale, knees to the right. Look over your left shoulder. Now you can close your eyes, and we're moving towards completion. Softening and settling here. A balancing movement, the twist. A reminder of balancing all the parts of us, light, dark, yin, yang, the strong, the flexible, all the different ways that we show up. Finding balance. Come up to center and over to the other side. And sometimes you just have to have a little sound effect as you go, and then settle in. Maybe one side feels more spacious, more free. It's interesting, but don't worry about figuring it out. Just guess what? Even more important than balance, acceptance. Be here now, as it is, and celebrate it. Bring the knees up. Once again, wrap your hands around those knees. Give yourself a great big squeeze. Put your head down. Put your feet down. If you have any last stretches, movements that you'd like to make, go ahead and let your intuition guide you. If not, let your feet come out and your arms to the side, and close your eyes. Exhaling audibly, letting a wave of relaxation flood your body. inviting in peace and ease, and I will sit and guide you through your Shavasana and invite you to take as long as you'd like to take rest. So as you allow yourself this luxury, maybe a blanket, a cushion, layers, socks. Once again, bring in a sense of appreciation that you've carved out this time for self-care. And notice the places in your body that are settling and softening. And is there any place that needs a little extra attention, a healing on some level? Body, mind, emotional, mental, some part of you that could just use a little loving care. And if you notice a spot like that, put all of your awareness and intention to that spot, because where your attention goes, the energy follows, and the energy is the prana, the life force that flows through the body, that the yogis thousands of years ago mapped out and said, you know, there's 72,000 channels or little rivers that run energy through the body and bring vitality and strength and healing. Your body is magnificent and amazing and knows how to find health and healing. But we can help urge it along by our awareness, by our attention that comes from a place of compassion and love. Always coming from that place, the foundation of practice. Everything melts. Everything softens. Allow yourself this time to rest with sweet, easy breaths. Nothing else to do. No place else to be. This practice. And if you'd like to join me, you can put your hands at your heart as you're resting on the ground. And just make a little intention for yourself for this day. How you'd like to step out and carry the gifts of your practice into your life. Know that your intention to bring in peace for yourself will spill out to others who you love and care for, and their community, and beyond and beyond. We are all interconnected, and we are all supported. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. And if you want to come up to sit for a little meditation after your practice, to continue your yoga, or if you'd like to rest a little longer, please do. Until we meet again, namaste and peace.